Game of Thrones wasn't just about dragons and battles. It was a tale of love, betrayal, honor, and heartbreak. And while the show gave us jaw-dropping spectacles and unforgettable twists, it also left us shattered with moments so emotional, they stayed with us long after the credits rolled. Today, we're counting down the top 6 saddest moments in Game of Thrones. The scenes that broke our hearts and reminded us just how brutal the world of Westeros can be. Stick around till the end, because the top 3 will hit you the hardest. Starting off at number 6. Ygritte's last words. During the fierce battle between the wildlings and the men of the Night's Watch, Ygritte finally has her chance, her bow drawn and Jon Snow in her sights. But what should have been a clear shot turns into the hardest decision of her life. She has to make a decision between duty to her people and the love she still carries for him. In that moment, she pauses. And as Jon looks back at her, the way they smile at each other amidst all the chaos, silently acknowledging their love, is heartbreakingly beautiful. And then, just like that, an arrow tears through Ygritte. As she dies in Jon's arms, she recalls her wish for them to stay in that cave forever. A tender, tragic callback that rips at the heart. What began as an unusual but beautiful love story ends in silence and sorrow. At number 5, Jon Snow's death. One of the most shocking and painful moments in Game of Thrones was Jon Snow's betrayal and death. As the seasons progressed, Jon was built up as a hero, a symbol of hope and honor. But within the Night's Watch, political tensions were rising. While carrying out his duties as Lord Commander, Jon receives a message from Ollie, his most trusted companion, claiming that his long-lost uncle Benjen has been found. Jon rushes to investigate, only to be ambushed by his own brothers. One by one, they stab him while coldly uttering, "For the Watch." The most gut-wrenching part? Jon's expression as he realizes the betrayal, especially from Ollie. It wasn't just a stabbing, it was the most hurtful betrayal. At number 4, Shireen's death. In Game of Thrones, kindness was a curse, and no moment captured that better than Shireen's death. Shireen was joyful, innocent, and full of light. But none of that mattered. What made her death unbearable wasn't just that she was a child, it was that her own father gave the order. Stannis, convinced by Melisandre's dark magic, sacrificed his daughter to the flames, and his wife stood by. Shireen was burned alive. This wasn't just a sad scene, it was disturbing. Viewers didn't just cry, they screamed. Rage, grief, and disbelief filled the airwaves. It was a scene that proved the show could cross any line. At number 3, Ned Stark's execution. From the very beginning, Game of Thrones made one thing clear: no one is safe. Ned Stark stood for honor and justice, and for that, he died. After being captured, many believed he'd be spared. After all, he was the main character, right? But Joffrey shattered that belief when he ordered Ned's public execution. As the sword fell, a silence swept over Westeros and every living room watching. But the pain didn't end there. Far away in Winterfell, Catelyn receives the news. She runs into the woods, devastated, only to find Robb already there, crying, slashing a tree in uncontrollable grief. A son mourning his father, a boy becoming a man in the worst possible way. It was raw, it was real, and it hurt. At number 2, the Red Wedding. If Game of Thrones taught us anything, it's to never get too comfortable. Robb Stark's rise from a boy to the king in the North was inspiring. He led with heart, strength, and a sense of justice. But just when it seemed like nothing could stop him, we were hit with one of the most brutal betrayals in television history: the Red Wedding. Believing they had made peace with House Frey, the Starks attended a wedding to unite their families. But in a horrific twist, the Freys and Boltons unleashed a massacre. Robb, his mother Catelyn, his pregnant wife, and countless loyal bannermen were slaughtered. They were guests, unarmed, trusting, and they were butchered. It wasn't just a betrayal. It was a massacre that left fans in stunned silence. And finally, at number 1, Hodor's death. Game of Thrones often saved its cruelest punches for when you least expected it. Ned's beheading, the Red Wedding, and then Hodor. While hiding from the Night King's army, Bran warged into Hodor to help hold a door shut, sacrificing him to the Whites. And in that horrifying moment, the truth was revealed. Hodor had once been normal, but Bran's time-traveling powers caused a traumatic feedback loop. Hold the door became Hodor. his mind broke in the past, because of his death in the future. Bran didn't just witness it, he caused it. It was devastating. A loyal friend, reduced to one word. A simple soul, lost in a storm of magic and fate. That door didn't just close, it shattered our hearts. And there you have it, some of the most soul-crushing moments from Game of Thrones. Whether it was love lost, innocence destroyed, or heroes falling too soon, the show never held back when it came to tragedy. Let us know which scene broke your heart the most in the comments below. And if this list hit you in the feels, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more content from the world of Westeros.